Good good morning. It's August the 15th. I came over to the Science Centre to start walking today. This is where I began working when I first came to Regina. I was communications officer here for the first 5 years of its existence. I was here for the grand opening and worked in there for quite a while. That was a long time ago now. Down at this end is Sky. It's the former powerhouse. And down here is the Sky Cafe and Bistro, which is one of the nicer restaurants in town. And yeah, there's an observatory on the roof there. This is the science park out here. I was here when this was unveiled. Ukrainian, Canadian sponsored. What I'm going to do is walk over to Douglas Park. So when I first got here in 1988, this was just being worked on. So the facade, the exterior looks the same, but of course the inside had originally old turbines and things in it, which were all ripped out, and the Science Centre was built inside the shell. And this down here, which is now the Kramer IMAX Theatre, which I was here for, and my brother, in fact, was chairman of the board when it was dedicated, was just an old shed, really, that had additional turbines in it. So they used kind of the structural steel, but everything else was new here at the Kramer IMAX Theatre. Now, what I'm going to do is take a little trip through the woods over here, because I happen to know there's a way through. If I can find the path, there it is. And it might be a little wet because it rained last night, but I hope it's not too muddy. So I'm going to go walk, because I normally walk along the creek on Mondays. I am kind of walking along the creek here. The lake is just the other side over there. I'll take a look back here at the Kramer IMAX Theatre and the powerhouse. I'm going to walk over to the hill at Douglas Park and climb up and take a look at the city and then head back from there. So, morning from Vancouver, Kirk. This was a busy weekend. You'll notice I didn't walk the last 2 days. It's because of Windwards Collide. Windwards Collide is this literary festival in Calgary, which happens every year, and I've been to it many times. This year I was guest of honor. Ooh. What happens if we go down here? So I was quite busy with things surrounding that. Yesterday I had a panel featuring authors who were in the Shapers of Worlds anthology. I'll tell you one thing I'm finding in here is mosquitoes. Hardly a surprise, I guess. And mud. Also not a surprise. I have never been down here, and I don't actually know where this path will take me. That is clearly followed by people. There's lots of bicycle tracks on it. There's also a lot of webs and things. Oh, it's way muddier than I thought it was going to be. Oh well, that's my fault. I'm stuck now. Way muddier than I expected. No, I have never been down in here. It's like a jungle. Anyway, so yeah, there's a panel you can see on my YouTube channel of authors talking about their short stories for the Shapers of Worlds anthology. And there's also an interview with me that was conducted by Clifford Samuels, and I posted that on my YouTube channel as well, if you'd like to take a look. Well, not my usual sort of walk. Someone had told me there was a path down here. I rather impulsively took it just now. Now, And now I have no choice but to follow it. So if you feel like you've wandered into, Raiders of the Lost Ark or something, no, this is walking in Regina. Right down by the creek, by the lake. In the undergrowth. Okay, here's an opportunity to go up, which I will, because right down there, it runs right into the water, because I just saw a duck. Okay, let's get out of that. Woohoo. Yeah, there's even rocks here. There we go, there's the lake. As I emerge. Oh, I'm still on this path, though. It's going to plunge me back down into the depths here. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. We're very close to the water here. Anyway, that's why I didn't walk this last weekend. I probably won't walk this coming weekend either. In fact, I'm sure I won't, because this coming weekend is Sask Expo here in Regina, which is the kind of Comic Con kind of expo. And I'll have a table there to sell books. So if you happen to be in Regina and go to those sorts of things, look for me there. Buy a book, buy a lot of books, buy a bunch of books. That's assuming I make it out alive from the jungle here. I'm not attacked by a lion or something. Morning, Charles. Yeah, there are bugs down here for sure. Hi, Mimi? I have never been down on this path. Oh, good grief. You know, bicyclists come down here, but one hopes they're aware of that. And I can see... Oh. Water is right there. I just went through some kind of web. I really do feel like I'm in a Indiana Jones movie. Should have brought a machete. Ugh. Hopefully I don't pick up too many mosquito bites. I can hear them buzzing around my ears from time to time. Ticks too, you have to worry about in this kind of landscape, but I'm not really walking through the grass too much, so hopefully I'll keep an eye on my socks. That's where they show up. I don't know if this is scenic or just annoying. At least it's different. It's not just your residential neighborhood. And you can see the lake again through there. Eventually it will end. And I had my chance back there, of course. I could have emerged, gone up at that fork back there, but I chose to continue down here. It's pleasant temperature, at least. I don't know, it might be about 18 or something like that. Not hot and muggy like it was yesterday, and might be again later today. I haven't checked the forecast. It's probably still going to be a hot day. I think it's supposed to be pretty hot for the rest of the month, actually. Even though this is the time of year when it's not impossible to get frost and early frost. Doesn't seem to be anything like that. No, look, it opened up. Momentarily. A chance to uncut webs of various kinds that leaves are stuck to me. Okay, carrying on. Walking in Regina. It's where there wasn't a city anywhere around. Down in here. Oh, there's another opportunity to go up. See, the main path is up there. But this continues, so I will continue. You can even see the bugs flying by on the screen, I think. Opened up a little bit here. You carry your what on such paths? Loppers? To trim the branches? If I'd known I was coming down here, I should have put on bug spray. And opened up a bit. Now, the first time I walked along, I was up higher, and somebody told me after that walk that did I know there was a path further down. I said, no, I didn't. I'll have to follow it sometime. And well, here I am. Right, scared a duck there. Fleshed a duck, I guess, is the word if you're hunting them. Here goes a duck. Some kind of bird. I think I must be close to the nest. It didn't seem to be going away. It seemed to be keeping an eye on me. I said, there's always bicycle tracks in the mud, so it's not abandoned. There wouldn't be a path here if it were. Cyclists like it, apparently. It's the ones with the appropriate kind of bicycle. Slippery in spots too with the mud. Actually, although I fell in the snow on the ice on November 11th, the closest I'd come to falling before that was on little thin layers of mud on the streets. Whew. Looks like a bird feeder of all things. You wouldn't think they need one down here. You can't see me, but I'm constantly brushing my face because of the webs, whatever has made them, that string from tree to tree. Oof. I'll go around this way, we can avoid that bit of mud. Don't worry, when I walk back, I will not be taking this path. I can assure you. Whew. I see light at the end of the tunnel, maybe. Although we still got a ways to go before we get around to the Douglas Park side of things. I certainly have picked up a few bites down here. This is a culvert here. Oh, look, pelicans. there. Can't get a good view of them, but you should be able to see them there through the branch of the trees. Okay, well, I'll stay down here because I don't want to chicken out, so on we go. Oof. Oh, look, a little stand of flowers up ahead there. Wildflowers. There'd be weeds anywhere else, but when they're growing on their own, they're wildflowers. There are some thistles in these bushes. I don't want to walk through those if I can avoid it. Mosquitoes just got some bites of me. There's the creek again, or the lake. Another culvert. Okay, I've had enough of this, I think. There's some berries on that bush too. I'm going to go up. Oh, maybe I'm not. That looks too steep and too slippery. Maybe I'll stay down here. It's kind of steep and slippery going down too, but it says to walk along the creek just like I normally do on Mondays, so there's that. I've made a bunch of mosquitoes very happy. First warm-blooded thing they've seen in ages. I don't know, do mosquitoes feed on birds? I presume they do. Not just mammals. Oh, now I'm really running out of path here. It's getting less pronounced. Like the bicyclists don't usually come this way is what it looks like. So there's more growth. Well, yet it continues, and so do I. Yeah, this could be quite pretty in the fall. And the mosquitoes will be gone, so I might do it again. Winter, it's probably too snowy because the bikes would quit coming, and so this is probably just snowed in. There's some of those thistles that I don't want to walk through. Russian thistle, I imagine. Well, my nice white socks aren't white anymore. Opening up now. Get an idea of how far I've come towards Douglas Park. Mosquitoes aren't gone, but at least there's a little more open land here. Alrighty, I kind of know where I am. Well, I know where I am. There's the lake, this end of it. You can see the pelicans out there again, more in the middle. Oh, much warmer out here once I get out with a bit of sunshine. There's the legislative building on the other side of the lake. Everything looking picturesque. So there's the Science Centre back there, that silver building poking up. That's where we started. So all that way through the path here. And the Connexus Art Centre over there, the main theatrical building. Douglas Park is over there, where we'll eventually get to. How long have I walked to here? 20 minutes. Wouldn't have taken me that long if I'd stayed up above. I'll probably just climb the hill when I get there, and then blowing mosquitoes off, slapping some, blowing off others. Much more open now. Quick scan of my legs for ticks. See anything? So there's the hill up there that I'll be climbing up. I haven't been out here for a long time. I got out here one day, timed it perfectly to watch sunrise from up here on top of the hill. But that was closer to winter. Late winter or early, I don't remember what it was exactly. Can't remember exactly what the proper name of the hill here is. I won't climb it from this direction. We have to angle over to the left and get onto the path up, but you can see we're back into civilization because here's a disc golf hole, if you call them holes. And again, there's the lake. As long as we're down here, we'll go take a look on the proper outlook here. Then we'll climb up the hill and get a really good look at the city. Good morning, honey. It's a lower level, which I guess is for boat landing or something. I don't know why you would go down there. Don't need to go down there. We'll come up here, get a nice look, and then an even better one from up on top of the hill in a few minutes. You can see there's a lot of algae in the lake now, this late in the year, because of the heat. So there's weeds and algae growing in it. But there's the Connexus Art Centre, the Legislative Building, Science Centre where we started from, and then downtown is on in that direction. But not much to see of it from here because of the trees. Let's go up the hill. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Maybe I can go up on this side too, fairly effectively. I take this little bit of path. We are climbing Jacob's ladder. We are climbing Jacob's ladder. The reason I thought of that is because it has a part of that chorus is higher, higher. It's Roberts Plaza over there, which I've often walked by. University's ahead of us, but still behind the limb of the hill here. Once we get to the top, I'll have a good view of it too. I'm fine. Climbing at the moment. Getting warm. Warmer only due to exercise. And it is muggy too. It did rain last night. Not much, but a little. Now, peak of the hill might be up here, so let's turn left and climb up this bit. Yep. This is the pinnacle. So there's the University of Regina over there, where I've been walking not too long ago. So I'll do a complete turn here. So directly ahead of us is First Nations University of Canada. The next one is Sask Polytechnic. And there's the main university campus over there. Wascana Parkway is behind those trees, Hillsdale. There's Roberts Plaza I mentioned. Connexus Arts Centre and Saskatchewan Legislative Building. It's a bit hazy today. Our house is right in that direction. That taller building there in the middle is one I walk by all the time. That white bump over there is Mosaic Stadium, where the Rough Riders play. There's downtown. There's some apartment buildings over here. Oh, and the Science Centre, where we started, is directly ahead of us there as well. And go on around. Then Douglas Park behind us. The sun's coming out just in time for that. Sometimes you can see the oil refinery, but I think it's a little hazy today. You can see those lights. There's a football field over there. We'll go by. Keep coming around. There's the cars are going by on the what's called the Ring Road. Used to be the only way around, but now there's a bypass that can take you right around the city, so you don't have to come even that far in if you're on the Trans-Canada. And there we are looking back at the university again. So that's the view from here. Now sometimes I've gone down over there, and I guess I will again. Then I'll go by the football field and then I'll head back. I think is the plan today. There's a great view from up there. This is landfill. This hill is largely made up, or well, I think it was here before, but it got much bigger when they dug out the lake. Not this part, but over on the other side where I usually walk around. And this is where they piled the dirt, so it's now a much nicer hill. We'll go down over here. Oh, somebody wrote a novel. Clydun? I'm sorry, I have trouble with the Chidova. Okay. What do the citizens do during the winter? Well, the cons are the winters are long and cold. They're not that snowy. We are a semi-arid climate, so some years, but what snow comes sticks. So like last year, the snow was here by Remembrance Day, and it finally melted off in April sometime. That's pretty typical. But lots of sunshine in the winter, so you can have some beautiful winter days. So if you like winter outdoor activities, where's the path I usually take down from here? Oh, it's over there. Oh, there it is. If you like, it's the same path I was on, only this side of the hill. If you like outdoor activities, Lots to do. Obviously downhill skiing is not a thing here, but there are, in the valley, there are places you can go skiing. Cross-country skiing, trails, skating, lots of hockey, obviously. Snowmobiling, people who have snowmobiles. It's a good snowmobiling country because it's all flat. And there's lots of things to do indoors. We have a symphony orchestra. We have Globe Theatre, a professional theatre company. Lots of other theatrical and musical things, places, pubs and such like with live music on a regular basis. So, yeah, lots to do. As long as you're comfortable. As long as you're comfortable driving in ice and snow. That's one thing people have to get used to sometimes. And even people here, it's like the first time it snows, you'd swear they'd never seen this stuff before. Saskatoon's 2.5 hours north, more opportunities up there, although that road can be, in a blizzard you don't want to necessarily drive that, but usually it's okay. And of course, people in the winter go over to the airport and fly somewhere warm. That's what some people do as well. Pandia, I think I'm reading that right. How am I doing? I'm doing fine. How are you? So as we go down the hill, the university gets harder to see over there, but it's still there. Yeah, I'll just take a turn by the football field and then head back. It'll be a shorter walk back because I won't be wandering along the path being eaten by mosquitoes, which was the first part of this journey if you haven't seen it. That was my jungle adventure this morning. I should have had a machete and maybe a bunch of bears beating the bushes to get rid of the mosquitoes before I came along. Pith helmet would have been good too. Right, this will swing us back around to the park proper. It smells like prairie. I don't know exactly what plants they are that make that very familiar to a Saskatchewan prairie, grew up outside the city kind of guy like me, but I recognize that smell from my entire life. It's the prairie smell. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's sage. The sagebrush is more a southwestern desert thing, though. I don't think that's what it is. Anyway, it's a very familiar smell. It may be from these things here. Nope, that's not where it comes from. So the path proper, you can see here now, crosses this path, the paved part. And if you follow it along, you can actually take a bridge over the there's actually traffic coming here. You can actually take a bridge over the ring road to Arcola Roads. Arcola neighborhood, which I have done on occasion, but I'm not doing today, obviously. So I told you I wasn't really lost in the jungle. That's just the way that first part looked. The sun's trying to come out up there, but hasn't managed it yet this morning for more than a second or two. Baseball diamond there. So Douglas Park is kind of a big particularly athletic-focused park. As you'll see, quite an impressive football field over here that's used for minor football and practices and things like that. And there's also a track, which we'll see in a minute. So the field is behind that berm ahead of us. Feel the berm. I'll walk around the far side and should be able to take a peek through the gates over there. And that's where the cross track and field is as well. I think the first time I came out here for any real reason was when my daughter, when she was in elementary school, she ran cross country one year. She hated it, absolutely hated it. But she competed that year, so I was here cheering her on. I always hated running. I only did it if I was playing football, but I was a lineman, so I didn't even have to run very much playing football. Anyway, you can see the top of the grandstands over there. They're not very grand grandstands, but the stands anyway. And then ahead of us is the track and field complex. It has a fence around it, so I'm not sure we can see much of it, but it's there. I think I can see it better down from the far end. Maybe get a bit more view of it. We'll stick over here for the moment, just to take a quick look at the football field. Well, actually, the gate's open. All right, well, I'll go in and take a quick peek at that, just to show you what it looks like. Hi. Somebody else said hi? Who said hi? Well, I see you saying hi. Miles number says hi. So this was built when we hosted the Canada Summer Games, hence Canada Games Athletic Complex. I'll just go in and show you what it looks like. I hear somebody doing something. Here's the kind of the timing stand over here. Oh, it's just music. Here's the track. Stands here. Say Miles, actually I guess I said Niles, not Miles. Levi, okay. Hi, Levi. Easier to read with my eyes in this light. Here's the long jump pits, triple jump, long jump, those kinds of things. There's some nets over there. I'm not sure what they're used for. It's like a cage. I'm not sure what that's used for. Over there you can see the high jump. There's tennis courts down there. Hopefully I can get out at this end. I'm counting on it. If I can't, I'll have to turn around and go back out the way I came in. I think it's open dead ahead. Then I'll go over to my left and we'll take a look at the football field. And that kind of turns me around and starts me walking back toward the car. I can climb up there, I've done that before, but today I'm going to go over here. See the football field a bit. Mushrooms and so forth over there. Regina Minor Football has its headquarters here. Here's the stands. Here's the north end zones, I guess. North end zone. Hard to see through here, I know, but yes, this is Regina, Saskatchewan. Somewhat headed to the track. And there's just park over here, big open green space. Regina Minor Football headquarters are in here. I'll get a better view of the field from down here. Still have the problem with the, but I'll hold it up. I think I can reach over the fence here, get a better view. Or I can just poke through this opening right here. Ta-da! There's the field. The stands. What regions are best to live in? North Central is the worrisome neighborhood, I would guess, that they were talking about. Harbor Landing, which is quite new, has a lot of apartments out there, and a lot of recent arrivals live out there, I know. I'm not really one to ask because I've lived in the same neighborhood for 40 years, so our neighborhood is mostly older houses, which do come up for sale. There are apartments downtown, some, and apartment buildings around downtown. Close to the university, there's lots of apartments. There's lots of new condo developments all over. So I don't know. North Central is the one that people would usually warn you about. It's the crimiest, I guess. Oh, right. There's no path here, it just ends in grass, which I don't really want to walk in. But I'll just take a look and cut back over to my left to where we'll find the path again. I guess I have to walk through the grass no matter what I do. Another disc golf. I'm heading to that path over there, I think. Or maybe this one over here. This way, we'll go this way. Across the grass. Oh, there, Levi is providing answers. Depends on the location you're looking for. As I proved, Regina is quite walkable if you live downtown for many things, but of course if you want something that's out on the fringes, then it takes much harder to walk out there. But if you're down in Lakeview or that area, you can walk from downtown to the university, for example, in 40 minutes. I've done it not that long ago. I think there must have been a floral display in the middle of this at some point, but now it's just this kind of odd circular construction of sidewalks. Oh, with a with a disc golf hole in the middle of it, but I'm sure it wasn't built for that purpose. On the way back, we'll go through Candy Cane Park, I think. Popular children's playground. Hey, I think that's our first dog. Heading back now towards the car. Well, this has been a much longer walk. It's going to be well over an hour by the time I get back to the car, but it was an adventure, that's for sure. And then what exciting writing thing do I get to do? I get to go buy kitty kibble for the cat. I'm going to take the path to the left here, head back to the parking lot, and then it'll be a straight shot back to the, well, not straight, but reasonably direct path back towards the Science Centre where I left the car. Hello, Mohammed. I'm good. How are you? We will cross the road. Why did the live streamer cross the road? To get to the other side, literally. Get on the path here. So the hill that we climbed up is down there. And directly ahead of us is the Science Centre where I'm headed. But I can't walk straight. As you can see, there's the problem of the lake in between. And again, there's the legislative building. Okay. I'll stick to the path going back. If you just joined me, I walked through the trees down there, bushes. It was very jungly and very mosquito-y. We'll take the paved path back. I've walked over in that neighborhood more than once. I don't know what the neighborhoods are called all the time. I have to look them up because I don't use their sort of, realtor names. There's names for all the neighborhoods. Here comes another person with 2 dogs. Good morning. Pretty dogs.
Thank you.
Oh, another novel. Oh, you're asking the wrong person that. I haven't had a job in 40 years. Full-time job, 30 years. So, yeah, not my area of expertise. You can play football, you could get a job with the Writers, but those aren't usually long term. They might have been looking for a new head coach if they hadn't won on Saturday against Edmonton. This will take me kind of out of the way if I keep following it, but it'll take me to take the grass here. Nah, the path, it's a bit out of the way, but the path joins up here and then takes me back the way I want to go. No, I'm afraid I have no expertise to offer as to what jobs are most hottest jobs in Saskatchewan right now. If you go to the government of Saskatchewan, it has a jobs board for jobs with the provincial government and others. I think it's called just Sask Jobs. saskjobs.ca, I think, is the URL. So if you went there, you'd at least get a sense of what the government is looking for. Oops. Nice little picnic areas, particularly nice ones in this park, because they're paved around the tables. My horizon seems to be a little out kilter again. Everything's tilted a bit, but I never figured out a way to prevent that. Residential area over here. Don't know what that neighborhood is called, but there it is. Have a nice view of greenery in the lake if you happen to have a house right along this drive here. And that's a new one there, built not too long ago, clearly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's saskjobs.ca. Place to check out if you're interested in seeing at least some of what's available in Saskatchewan, at least with the provincial government. And I think there may be other things posted there too that aren't just government jobs. I did happen to be looking at that. There's a job that I could probably fill very well. On the other hand, I am 63 years old and I'm not sure I want a full-time job, and I'm not sure they would hire somebody my age, assuming that I would then quit in very few years, but I don't know if I'll apply or not. It was somewhat tempting because it's with the Saskatchewan Geological Survey, and so it has a science aspect to it, which would intrigue me, and I've written about geology in Saskatchewan over the years. I wrote the history of the Saskatchewan Mining Association and history of the Association of Professional Engineers and Geoscientists of Saskatchewan. So subject matter was interesting, but it's whether I'd have to give up. It would be a problem to keep doing everything else I'm doing if I weren't full-time freelance. In fact, it'd be impossible, so then I'd have to quit some of the stuff I really care about. This is Candy Cane Park coming into view here. That goose slide, I'm sure it used to be something else, like a dragon or something, or a dinosaur. Now it's a goose. Well, I guess it's a new one. It's not the same old one that used to be there. So yeah, it's a giant goose. Here's the park, playground, which we will walk through now as we come around the corner here. I wish the gimbal would quit. The microphone cord catches on my sweaty skin, and that's why it keeps wandering. Now here you can see maybe they just rebuilt the old side and put a new skin on it. I don't know. There's the goose. You slide down and pop out of its beak, basically. Queenie, it says. Quite a modern playground here. It's been redone recently. This is not the way I remember it when Alice was littler. Science Centre over there, that's where we're headed. Complete our circumnavigation of the park here. This will bring us, that striped dead tree there is the landmark of Candy Cane Park. Okay, from here it's a pretty short walk back to the Science Centre in the car. Almost there. This will take us by the skateboard park. So I'm going to go through the parking lot and get on the other side of the road again. See those white tents and stuff. They had a rock festival called Shake the Lake going on over the weekend. That's what all that's for. I wasn't there, but I heard the music. It carried all the way to our house. Just the beat, really. Our front of the house really resonates with anything like that. This little sort of sticky out bit with windows around it. So whenever there's any music in the park, we can hear the bass beat in our that part of our living room. But they always close things down. I think 11 o'clock is kind of the cutoff for that kind of stuff. So there's another kind of more of an outdoor gym here, I think this is, than a playground exactly here. I've never seen anybody using it, but there is equipment and things there that you could exercise on. Then you see that there's the Science Centre coming up over there, the old power building. And you see that bit of artwork there with skateboard cutouts on it. There's actually somebody in the skateboard park right now. I'll take a pass through it. There's the artwork I was talking about. So all this is designed, obviously, for stunts. He stays up on the top part. I won't worry about walking through it. More dogs. It looks much more like a powerhouse from this direction. So one reason the IMAX has a silver skin is because the Sask Power on this end is still Sask Power, and it still has a silver skin. So that way the IMAX blended right in with it, even though there's no connection between the two. Okay, we just have to walk around to the other side of the Science Centre and back down to the parking lot, and I'll be done. Well over an hour. I thought it was going to be short, but probably would have been shorter if I hadn't had the jungle adventure that I started it with. So when I was first working, well, I didn't actually start here. This was still under construction. The Science Centre was. When I moved up here in '88, we had an office building down in the warehouse district that we were in. Not really an office building, it was an old warehouse, I guess. But we had offices on the 4th floor, I think, and then the floor above that was open, and they used it for building exhibits. And then this opened in about April 1980. Sorry, not 1980, April 89, I guess. Probably when this opened. Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson were here for that. I think the guest book they signed got stolen at some point. Because they had it on display, and I think somebody actually broke into the display and stole it a long time ago now. Not sure you'd want anything that belongs to Prince Andrew or Fergie these days. But okay, this is the turn in. So I worked here. I would come along this road, sometimes on my bike, more often in my car. Go down and park in the very parking lot I parked in this morning. And I was the communications officer, and in 93, I quit. A couple of reasons. I'd always wanted to be a freelancer, and I'd gone on vacation, and I realized I didn't want to go back to work. And they had changed organizations, so I had always been, before I came here, I was the editor of the Weyburn Review. Not exactly the boss, the publisher was the boss, but boss of my department. Here I was a one-person department, and I was the boss of communications. And then they hired a public relations person, and they put me under that public relations person. And I didn't particularly appreciate that, so I wasn't very happy about that. And the executive director that had hired me and I'd worked with all those years had left, and there was somebody else there. It just seemed like a time to go. Plus I had an invitation to tour for 2 months with Prairie Opera out of Saskatoon in January and February of the coming year. So I knew I had something lined up, and I rather naively thought, well, 2 months of that, and I'll find something while those 2 months are going on. And as it happened, I did, and then it's just piecing things together from then. If you listen to my keynote address at the When Words Collide, if you go to their YouTube channel, When Words Collide, and watch the keynote addresses, I come in at about the 58-minute mark, and I talk about all the odd things I've done in my career, including this. This is the front of the Science Centre, main entrance. There you go, celebrating 30 years. It's longer than that. That sign is old at this point. And here's the parking lot. So I'll stop here with a scenic view of the Science Centre if I can find one through the trees. That's not bad. There you go. We will stop here looking at the Saskatchewan Science Centre. Thanks for walking with me. Should be back tomorrow. Bye for now.